In the small village of V. Kalathur in Tamil Nadu's Peramballur district, Jayalakshmi's life was full of hardship and sadness. For years, her husband's modest earning as a tailor barely sustained the family, forcing them to depend heavily on extended relatives. This dependence came with a heavy price. Daily conflicts and mistreatment from her mother-in-law left Jayalakshmi in her mid-30s feeling defeated and hopeless. Then, in early 2024, things took a turn. A new factory opened nearby in Yerayul looking for women workers. Although Jayalakshmi had studied only up to 9th grade and never held any formal job, she still took the chance and applied. And after a short training, she landed the job, surprising everyone, including herself. This job has completely transformed her life. Her family is now financially independent, and the struggles of the past have been replaced by respect. Even her mother-in-law's attitude has softened, turning from harsh to caring. Stories like hers show the quiet power of industrial growth in rural Tamil Nadu, bringing hope, money and new chances to people who once struggled. And Jayalakshmi's story is just one of many women who also found hope and change at JR1 Kothari Footwear Factory, a factory that makes shoes for American brand Crocs. Right now, this factory employs 2,500 people, 90% of them women. So with an investment of 1700 crore, the factory plans to grow and eventually hire 15,000 workers producing 40 million pairs of Crocs every year. But Tamil Nadu's success isn't just Crocs. Manufacturers like Feng Te Enterprises have been producing shoes for Nike, as well as other big brands such as Adidas, New Balance, Puma and Timberland, which are also making their way through manufacturing companies like Pouchen Group, Hung Fu, Dean Shoes and Hwasong Footwear. These global giants are investing approximately 7,550 crores in the state alone, which has the potential to create 230,000 jobs. Non-leather footwear thereby is one sector where India's China Plus One strategy appears to be working. The state is now home to more than 32% of India's entire footwear manufacturing, slowly transforming Tamil Nadu into a global footwear hub. But this journey wasn't easy. Tamil Nadu's story offers some valuable lessons on how to attract big foreign investments and create jobs, helping not just its own people, but inspiring other states to follow. So let's get started. Historically, Tamil Nadu has been a major hub for leather footwear manufacturing in India. 47% of India's leather exports come from here. But leather is losing ground as more people prefer non-leather shoes made from synthetic or vegan materials because they are more affordable, sustainable and animal friendly. The global footwear market was worth about $463 billion in 2024 and is expected to grow nearly $790 billion by 2032. And today, 86% of all shoes worldwide are non-leather. As we all know, Tamil Nadu is already a manufacturing powerhouse and has made significant progress in attracting cutting-edge industries like advanced electronics and electric vehicles. But they are mostly centered around Chennai and Coimbatore, because of which other districts were missing out on these key growth opportunities. The Tamil Nadu government was looking to diversify its industrial landscape so that other districts wouldn't be left behind. Second, create jobs in large numbers that do not require a high degree of skills. So when the second opportunity arrived, they just doubled down on their effort on non-leather manufacturing. Don't worry, we'll discuss the first one. But there are big challenges. They had to convince global investors to invest here and build the whole supply chain for non-leather footwear manufacturing. You know, a largely unknown fact that 25 years ago, India missed a golden opportunity. In the 1980s, major global footwear brands shifted their productions to China for cheap labor. But as China's wages rose, manufacturers started scouting for other locations to keep their margins intact. So countries like Thailand, Vietnam, Indonesia and Cambodia benefited from this, while India was tied to its leather industry despite its fading aura. Now India has a second chance because of these three primary reasons. First, events like the US-China trade war and the COVID-19 pandemic disrupted global trade. This exposed our over-dependence on China and pushed brands to rethink their supply chains. Second, with a limited working-age population, wages in Thailand, Vietnam, Indonesia and Cambodia began to rise. Today, the wage cost in footwear sector in China is $3 per hour, while it is $2 per hour in Vietnam, $1.5 in Indonesia and $1 in Cambodia. And India stands at a way more competitive rate of just 90 cents per hour. Third, the use of non-leather footwear in India was far lower than similar-sized economies. Plus, India's growing economy and rising disposable income have made global brands take notice. So, there is a huge potential to grow in India itself. And as you can guess, among all Indian states, Tamil Nadu was the first to spot this opportunity. But spotting it wasn't enough. The bigger challenge? convincing global footwear giants to actually set up shop here. Yes, Tamil Nadu already had good infrastructure like roads, power, ports, but still persuading big global companies to ship to India wasn't easy. You see, just like electronics, non-leather footwear mostly works on contract manufacturing, and this space is dominated by a handful of powerful Taiwanese companies like Sutan, Fengte, Pouchen, Hongfu, and Dinsus. These companies are family-owned, powerful, and deeply engaged in East Asia, but they barely had any experience on India, and naturally they had questions. Would Indian workers match global quality benchmarks? Would bureaucracy and red tape delay things? Would they really trust the system, especially with corruption concerns? And then there were operational leads. They wanted factories in smaller towns close to ports. They also preferred hiring women workers. That's when Tamil Nadu stepped in with a targeted strategy. Since 2018 and even more aggressively after COVID, the state government began wooing these investors in a big way. Officials from the Tamil Nadu government flew to Taiwan, where they personally met members of the Taiwan Footwear Manufacturers Association. They even invited delegations to come and see Tamil Nadu's potential firsthand. And to ensure that the momentum never dropped, Tamil Nadu has a full-time official posted in Taipei for the last 3 years, the only Indian state to do this. Then in September 2022, Tamil Nadu launched a dedicated non-leather footwear policy. It was tailor-made for these companies, offering land, capital subsidies, payroll support, designed exactly to feed each investor's need. Entrepreneurs too played their part. Take Rafiq Ahmed for example. When he first met Sutown's chairman Ron Chang, he made a bold promise that their Tamil Nadu factory would be up and running within 1 year. And amazingly, 1 year later, on 28th November 2023, the factory produced its very first shoe. That single event set an important signal across Taiwan: India can deliver. So results like these removed investor doubts. Sutown already had 31 factories in East Asia and was looking for a China plus one option. And India, with an lower labor costs and an abundant workforce, was ideal. The success of other Taiwanese electronic giants like Foxconn and Pegatron in Tamil Nadu further reassured the non-leather Taiwanese footwear giants. The effort didn't stop just with factories. Training programs at JR1 Kothari plant dramatically reduced wastage from a shocking 80% in the beginning to under 10% within 4 months. That kind of transformation matched global standards and erased the last remaining doubts global companies had about Indian efficiency. This is how Tamil Nadu grabbed the chance by spotting the gap, chasing investors relentlessly, making investor-friendly policies, and most importantly backing promises with on-ground results. But the bigger story is only beginning. The state is now building 2 dedicated non-leather footwear parks in Madurai and Kudalur. The plan isn't just to attract manufacturers, but to build a full ecosystem. And that's crucial because right now nearly everything that goes into making non-leather shoes, be it specialty chemicals, technical fabrics, adhesives and buckles, all of it is imported. India doesn't yet make these raw materials. So to become a true hub, Tamil Nadu must change that. And to change this, spaces have been set aside for component makers in footwear clusters like Ranipet and Erayur. If Tamil Nadu delivers on this vision, it won't be just India's footwear capital, it could well step onto the world stage as a global hub of shoe manufacturing. That's all from today's video and I hope you have liked it. If yes, then hit the like button and subscribe to my channel for more such insightful case studies. I'll see you in the next video.